So in this session we will look into principle of superposition and principle of physical independence of forces. So principle of superposition. Before explaining this definition, I will take one example. Let us take there are two teams having a tug of war. Let us take there is a team A with two members. This is a team A, and the force applied by this person is 150 kilonewton, and force applied by this fellow is of 100 kilonewton. And in a team B there are again two members. So force applied by this fellow is 100 kilonewton and force applied by this fellow is 100 kilonewton. This is team A and team B. So see here, let us take this system. This is a system of force, and let us take this rope as a rigid body. We will assume it as a rigid body. Okay. So here they are applying some force of, see here, both together these are having a force of 250 kilonewton. Team A has force of 250 kilonewton and team B has a force of 200 kilonewton. So team A is dominating by a force of 50 kilonewton. This system is not in equilibrium. Team A is dominating here. We will take another team of 1 members. So let us call them as C and D. So these members are having force of 100 kilonewton and 100 kilonewton. So there is no movement of so this system we can consider this system is in equilibrium, right? This fellow is applying a force of 100 kilonewton and this fellow is also applying a force of 100 kilonewton. So overall system is in equilibrium. There is no movement. The system is in statics. We can assume the system is in statics because both are applying a force of 100 kilonewton and 100 kilonewton. So if I add these two fellows here, so I will add one fellow here. He is so this fellow is having 100 kilonewton. Okay. So one more person, this fellow, I will add him here. Okay. So C is added here and D is added to this team. Team A is added with team C and team B is added with D. So see here, even upon addition of these two fellows, again this team A is dominating by a force of 50 kilonewton. Even if I eliminate these two members, team A will dominate by 50 kilonewton of forces. So addition of a, so here what these team C and D, they were in equilibrium. If I add some equilibrium or if I remove a system which is, if I add forces of the system which is in equilibrium, if I remove the forces which are in the system which are in equilibrium, that will not affect the existing system. That is, the existing system was A and B was the existing system. Now come to the definition. The action of the given system of forces on a rigid body in no way change. So action of a given system. What was the given system? System A and B were together a given system. So on this system, this system will not change if we add or subtract from them. If I add the C and D to them, or if I eliminate that C and D from them, another system of forces in equilibrium. C and D were in equilibrium. If I add them, there is no difference in the system. If I remove those two fellows, there is no difference. So principle of superposition states that for a given system of forces acting on a rigid body, so I assume this rope as a rigid body. The for a given system of forces having a rigid body in no way will change if I add to it or if I subtract from it and another system of forces which are in equilibrium. That will not affect the system, that is called as a principle of superposition, that is addition or deletion of an equilibrium system of forces in an existing system of force is called as a principle of superposition, and it will not change any effect on the existing system. This is called as the principle of superposition. Now let us see principle of physical independence of a force. Now let us take a ball. It is applied with a force of 10 kilonewton. So what is the effect of this force? The effect of this force is it tends to move this body in this x direction. So what I will do, I will introduce few more forces. One more force is here, another force in this direction, another force in this direction. Let us take, these are also 100 kilonewton, 20 kilonewton, 50 kilonewton. Even if these forces are present, the effect of this force is to tend the body to move in this direction with some velocity. Maybe now these forces are counterbalancing, but the effect of this force will not change over this body even by the presence of these forces or by the absence of these forces. The effect of this force will be to move this body in this direction only. So see here what this principle of physical independence of force. If a number of forces are simultaneously acting on a particle, let us take this is the particle and these are the simultaneous forces acting on this particle, then each one of them will produce the same effect. So if I take out this as a separate force, so see here, out of those I have taken out this 10 kilonewton as a separate force. The effect here also, its effect is to push the ball or the particle in x direction. Its effect will remain same, it is pushing in the x direction. Then each one of them will produce the same effect which it would have done while acting alone or independently. So when it is acting independently, what effect it produces, the same effect is produced when they are acting simultaneously on a body. There will no change if the force is acting simultaneously in a group or independently. The effect of a force on a particle will remain same. This is the principle of physical independence of the force. So in the next session we will go for a free body diagram. So that free body diagram is of most importance. So kindly watch that free body diagram video completely so that you get a clear picture, so that those can be used while solving the problems. Thank you.